Hi, welcome to Wall Street Confidential. Deborah Borchardt here with Jim Cramer, and it looks like Microsoft is going to have a little run for their money. Google is coming out with a new browser called Chrome, and they're trying to go one-on-one up against Microsoft, their Internet Explorer browser.
I have to tell you that I think, well, first of all, just on Microsoft stock, acted very resilient after the Dell bad news, acted resilient after Xbox price cut in Japan. Microsoft will, I believe, resilient to this. But you know what? At a certain point, the resilience is probably overstated. Now, I had Red Hat CEO on, and he was talking about making inroads against Microsoft, and I really dismissed it. I dismissed it because Red Hat does not have a ready brand name that people identify with. Google can afford to give this away and really make it a superior product. I don't know if they're going to. I was talking to Eric Schmidt a couple weeks ago about Google News, and obviously they haven't even addressed Google News, because if you hit up Google News, it'll have like some story from like the Seattle Times. It'll be like really weird, like the third story in the lead. They haven't, and he told me that was just like a back of the envelope thing that one of their engineers came out with. This is different. I think there's tremendous antipathy to Microsoft. And part of that is because everybody in the world knows when you get that thing which says Microsoft's encountered problems, you can send, don't send. Like that is probably the single most aggravating thing in in people's everyday life. And if you could cut back how often you see that, then you would do it. That's what Google might, I feel like that Google will be more bug-free because it's much more sensitive than Microsoft. What I don't know is that AOL became the de facto instant message. I mean, maybe Microsoft is so de facto that it's be hard to unseat. But Microsoft's made a lot of failures. I mean, I was at Target yesterday and I was looking at the Zune, and it's like there's like all the Zunes you want, and Zune is like Zune is just an also-ran. Apple has taken on Microsoft and really killed them. I'm wondering whether Google, this might be a very, very successful difference. By the way, this is different from the phone, where they're not really making the phone. They got some, I don't think I think Google phone's overrated. This might be something that America really wants to embrace.
And it seems that with Microsoft, they were the giant and they showed no signs of weakness. And now different companies have been able to chip away at their strength, and it shows a little bit of vulnerability there. So I think
Microsoft reminds me very much of IBM. It just reminds me very much of IBM. IBM just made a series of bad moves.
And there's a whole generation that's going to say IBM who?
Right. IBM's kind of I actually like the stock of IBM because they keep buying back stock, and I think they're doing fine. But, I felt that Google shouldn't have fallen as much as it did last week. And this, now obviously you don't see a pickup in numbers, and the street follows numbers, but Dell really hurt tech last week. And I don't think this is the right time to sell tech. Hewlett-Packard's got a very big analyst meeting coming up. I own Hewlett-Packard for ActionAlertsPlus.com. But I would tell people that this is the first time I have ever felt, ever since Microsoft vanquished AOL's browser, this is the first time I really sense that people might try it. And I don't know how good it is, but if it's like everything else from Google, it's darn good. And I want to use it. I'm anxious to just as anecdotal, I'm anxious to junk Explorer if I can.
Try it. So would you sell Microsoft?
Outlook.
And buy
No, I mean, Microsoft
Google,
is a hard, Microsoft is like, it's got no volatility. I mean, I've not recommended Microsoft in years.
Okay.
And, I just feel like that Microsoft is 25-28, 25-28. There's no reason to sell it. There's no reason to buy it.
Gotcha. But Google, since it's come down?
Web browser, man. Get the Explorer, then you get the you trump Outlook, and you just kind of get a package, and you just say, okay, look, I don't want anything Microsoft in my PC. It would be interesting. I mean, I don't know. If I were Dell, I would immediately offer a Google Internet. I would. I would say, listen, here's the alternative to Microsoft. It's like another way to sell PC. But I really believe that Microsoft's very hated in this country.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. Take a look at Google from Jim Cramer and Deborah Borchardt here at TheStreet.com TV.